Hi everybody, it's Natasha from Mystic Wisdom and Treasures here on YouTube. We're back again today for another pick a card reading. Today's question is all about what have the lovers from both your past and possibly your present learned from you in this lifetime? What soul lessons have they learned from you? And why did you agree to connect with these people? How have you aided in their soul's growth and development? Before we get started, I would like you to take a moment to clear your mind, ground, center, and ask your guardian angels and spirit guides to protect your energy and guide you to the pile that contains the information intended for your highest good regarding what have the people and your past relationships and or present learned from you. How have you aided in their soul's growth? What soul lessons have you taught this person? You can pause the video for a moment, and when you're ready, let's begin. So today we have 3 piles of cards. We have group number 1, group number 2, and group number 3. You may pause the video for a moment to meditate on the cards and observe which pile that you feel the most intuitively guided to. And without further ado, let's get started. Hello, pile number 1. Let's see what your past and present relationships, lovers, have learned from you, from knowing you. How have you aided in their soul's growth? So we have the Aqua or Lemurian seed crystal for pile number 1. Let's get started, guys. So for your first card, we have the Great Teacher, Shaolin Master, Stargazer, Oracle, Traveler, we have the 5 of Cups, the 4 of Wands, Bodies of Water. Try to set this in a spot where it won't slip. One moment. Guiding Children and Bright Future. So during this reading, I want to clarify the fact that there's many different ways that this reading can go, since it is a general reading, and this can apply to one partner, multiple partners, past or present, or both. There's going to most likely be multiple messages, and this can be for a few people or a specific person. Just make sure to trust your own intuition through the process. You'll know what resonates with you and just discard what does not. Alright, let's hop into it, guys. And see what people that you have been with in romantic relationships have learned from knowing you, from being with you, from connecting with you in their life. Where have you helped bring them in their soul's development? Okay, so the first thing that pops up to me, Spirit is showing me within the Four of Wands card and guiding children, is that you're somebody who's really taught them to pay attention to their inner child. I feel like you've brought them closer to their own inner child. I'm hearing their own inner wisdom as well. I'm feeling a lot from this Bodies of Water card that you're somebody that's helped shift their perspective of things. For some of you, with a partner that you may have been with, I'm feeling like maybe they had more of a pessimistic view of life until they met you. Like the way that this woman is, the goddess here, is approaching the edge of this cliff, and it's like I feel maybe that's kind of how they would look at life, like about to fall over the edge. And it almost reminds me of the Temperance card, the way that the water's flowing from her hands. So what I feel this means is that maybe you have somebody that's helped bring balance, a lesson of balance to them in their life. Maybe someone who's helped them take time to reflect before they give up on things. I feel like maybe they're somebody who would have given up more easily before they knew you, before they had a journey with you. But I feel like you're somebody that's helped bring this temperance energy into their life and help them reevaluate things before taking action or just giving up. Feeling strong, reflective energy within the Four of Wands card. Again, I'm feeling like you're somebody that's really taught them to go deep within themselves and really reflect. Yes, definitely strong, reflective energy, even in the Five of Cups card. I feel, again, that you're somebody that's helped them see life in a more positive manner. Even if this was a past relationship for you, I'm feeling like even in the end, I feel like there's this brightness that they gained from being with you, and just the way they approach life and the way they even feel about life itself. I'm strongly getting the sense... Whoops, 1 second, guys, sorry. I'm strongly getting the sense that you're somebody that's really taught them that it's okay to let go. And maybe it's not, now I'm feeling like it's maybe not even so much that you taught them this, it's what they learned from being around you. I feel like it's opened up this part of their heart that may have been having a need to be in control of everything before, having a more negative outlook on life. But I feel like the lesson that they learned from being with you, and if this was a relationship that had ended, if this is a past relationship, I'm really feeling like you're somebody that helped them grow in the sense of being okay with the not being in control of everything in their life. The end of control and just embracing going with the flow of change. I feel that's a strong message for something that you've taught these people in your life, these romantic loves whether these were past or this is a present person that you're currently seeing. Self-mastery. I'm feeling like maybe they even had some issues like dealing with anger and controlling these negative maybe impulses. But I feel like you're somebody that helped them embrace just being, not having to have the reins on life. And I think you also showed them how powerful they actually are, and that they don't need to be in control of everything that happens in their life, and that by letting go, more unfolds for them. I think that I'm feeling that you help bring more clarity to their life. Let me move this so I can see this other card right here. I'm feeling feelings of endings. So I feel like with the Traveler card, it says move in a new direction. I think you help them be okay with new beginnings. And no matter how that ended, I feel like even for the people that chose this pile, and if this is a past relationship that has ended, I feel like you help them learn this lesson in their soul's growth. And this was part of your soul contract to bring them a new perspective in letting go and walking away, whether this was you leaving or them leaving. Strong clarity and focus, and feeling like they've became more focused and possibly more present, and being okay with the present moment and being okay with being by themselves. I feel like for some of these connections, I feel like you might have opened their heart up to this divine trust in this in the sense of letting go and trusting in the divine and placing their trust outside of themselves. I feel like there was a lot of self-mastery that was attained here too from being with you. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of self-mastery, a lot of growth and self-reflection. I feel like there was a lot of growth and self-mastery and self-reflection from meeting you and connecting with you, and that doesn't necessarily mean because you did anything. The lessons we most often learn from people are not because it's something that they purposely even try to teach us. It's just by knowing you and connecting with you in both the good and the bad times. But I feel like for those that had this relationship that had closed and ended, I feel like this really brought them more inward inside of themselves. And I feel like because of this, there was a lot of inner child healing as well. A lot of self-reflective energy. Being okay with endings. Self-mastery, maybe over their own emotions. And I'm hearing the word hope as well. And I feel like they walked away from this feeling brighter about their future as well. And that doesn't mean because their relationship ended with you. I feel like their perspective had shifted. This card says, stop worrying, everything is going to be fine. And I feel like this is a huge confirmation of their perception of being more okay with letting go in life, letting go of things, letting go of people, letting go of situations, and not having to control them, and knowing that it's not the end of the world. Yeah, it's a lot of ease from this, and freedom. And when I say this, I'm not meaning to hurt anybody's feelings. This is just the message from Spirit, and the message for your highest good to know within this or these connections. And Spirit wants to be honest, and sometimes those truths can be a little hard to hear, and this is not meant to hurt anybody at all. So please take what resonates with you and discard what does not. And that is all I have for you, pile number 1. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you enjoyed this video and it resonated with you, please be sure to give my video a thumbs up. I love to read your comments below, and subscribe with me as well. And you can also click the notification bell to stay up to date with any new content that I release. Have a good day, guys. Hello, pile number 2. Let's find out what the people that you've been romantically involved with through the course of your life so far, whether this is past or up to date to the current date. Let's see what they have learned from you, how their soul has grown from being with you or having you in their life, what you have taught them in life. And when I say this doesn't mean like because you even necessarily tried to teach them. It's just by knowing you naturally, what they have learned from their experience with you, why they agreed to meet with you in the physical in this lifetime, what your soul contract has helped them grow from, how it has helped them grow, how it has aided in their soul's development and in their divine blueprint. All right, let's see what your cards say. And for your pile, we have the pink amethyst. For those who are curious what kind of stone this was for pile number 2. All right, let's get started, you guys. So first card, we have Aphrodite, inner goddess. Sacred space. Guardian, Artemis. Purification. Magic Guardian. Medicine Guardian. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles, the Magician, Death, and the Nine of Cups. I'm actually going to move this over just a little bit so we can see what we have more clearly. Okay, first thing that comes to me from looking at your cards, pile number 2, is that in this past or present soul connection or soul connections, these relationships, romantic relationships that you have or had, I'm feeling like you helped. And for someone watching this, I'm feeling like this is a current relationship. This is not going to be for everybody, but I do feel like that's for somebody watching this for what I'm about to say. Okay, so I'm feeling strongly that for you, You're somebody that has helped this person really believe in their own power. You might have opened the door up to them and believing in the law of attraction or manifestation, or if it's not necessarily like in that, I'm feeling definitely like you have helped strengthen their belief in themselves with these two cards. A lot of fire, a lot of passion I'm feeling within this. Definitely, like, I feel like there's been a boost in their self-confidence and the trusting their self. And I feel like before, this was probably a lesson that they really needed to learn. And you were the person that helped get them to this state. Yeah, I definitely feel like you've opened this person's eyes up to their own power, their own manifestation abilities, their own, especially with the Magician card as well. Believing in their own creative power, believing in their truth, believing in their own judgment, and you help them be not afraid to be themselves. I feel like you probably made them feel very comfortable with being themselves. And I feel like there's a lot of soul medicine within this. Yes, definitely like a shift in perspective with the death card as well. I feel like you opened them up to this new magical world that they had never seen before. Before meeting you, you've really brought them to this state of metamorphosis. And again, I'm seeing this fire energy pour through them, and it's like it's rebirthing them. So this could be a lot like the phoenix symbolism too. I feel that they had they have a very strong connection with you and to you, and this person has had a lot of respect towards you, and you help them love themselves and not be afraid to be themselves. Or you have helped them. You've helped them transform themselves to this new mindset. There's a strong sense of this new mindset that has occurred from knowing you. This gateway of new possibilities. I feel like you help bring balance in their more feminine side. Even if they're a male, I feel like you're the person that helped them dive into the side of themselves that they may have had closed off because of their upbringing and the way that society has told them to be. I feel like you helped them be more comfortable with their emotions, and really diving into the more divine feminine within them. Each of us has both the divine feminine and masculine in a mix within us. It's not just strictly one, and I feel like you brought this balance within them to the side that they may have felt like they were lacking in, or they weren't open in before. That might be where like this new world, this new gateway of possibility, this new way of seeing things, this new way of confidence has really stemmed from. Yes, definitely, like, gateways of possibility have opened up from being with you and knowing you. They're not afraid to be themselves. I feel like there's a lot of growth within authenticity, being more authentic, and embracing their authentic self, their own self-power, their own fire. I feel like you may have opened their eyes up to more of the unseen. Again, lots of possibilities. I see all the candles here, and the way the cups are spread out this way. I feel like you were somebody that really opened up their eyes to things they didn't see before, and new possibilities. Again, a lot of fire energy. Trusting in their power and really honing in on their intuition. And I feel like you've brought out this passion within them too. It's like you awakened the phoenix inside of them. Yes, I'm feeling freedom. They had gained this new sense of freedom from being with you. And I'm feeling like the bird may be something very significant to them. It may be an important symbol of them. And it also makes me feel like you were someone who helped them be more independent too. And I'm embracing both sides of themselves and embracing the balance within themselves. Embracing their emotions, and I feel like you're somebody that helped them be okay with showing their emotions more or wearing them more on their sleeves, not being afraid to express themselves, especially creatively, within self-power and embracing the more feminine side. While still having the sense, feel strong warrior too. Like you really helped them embrace themselves. Yes, like I feel a sense of excitement here within the death and the magician. Like a new side of themselves is being crafted, and it feels like magic. It feels like fire. It literally feels like a dance of fire. It feels like exciting and burning away the old and embracing this new and not knowing necessarily everything that's going to happen, and embracing their shadow as well, and knowing that they can really craft anything. They can really believe in their own power. They can manifest. I feel like you are somebody who made their life or make their life more exciting. I don't know why, but I just heard the words secret keeper too. So that might have meaning to somebody who's watching this. Yeah, you're somebody who had helped them get in touch with their feminine or emotional side, embracing their own power, their own uniqueness, being okay with being themselves in front of people, and diving into this new stage of life. I feel like maybe you are like their fire too, or were. You opened their eyes up to this new road, this new way of being, and since knowing you and since having this relationship with you, their life will never be the same in the best way possible, and really this more authentic version of themselves. They're able to be themselves, and I feel like this was a lesson in what you've really taught them just by being yourself, being with them, and letting them be themselves and embrace who they are, and showing them this new exciting world that exists out there, and letting them see their own power. All right, that's all I have for you, I believe. Let me see if there's anything else before I jump on to the next pile. Yes, definitely like a sense of seeing their own, like how attractive they are too, and seeing the like how good they are, and I feel like you've helped build this confidence within them. And they really see themselves in a better light from knowing you, by being with you at some point in their life or currently. Embracing their passion. Alright, that's all I have for you, pile number 2. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If this resonated with you, be sure to give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Remember to subscribe, and you can also click on the notification bell to stay up to date with any new content when it gets released. Alright guys, I hope you have a wonderful day. Hello, group number 3. Let's find out what the people that you've been romantically involved with, both past and or present, what they have learned from you up to this date, how you have helped in their soul's development just by knowing you. This isn't in a forced way, it's just by connecting with you, with being with you, going through this part of their journey with you. So in case you're curious, the crystal we have here is a Lemurian, excuse me if I pronounce that wrong, seed crystal. Alright, let's get started and see what the cards have to say to you today. So we have endings and beginnings, Callie. Hunter. Mountains. Winter. We have Temperance. The Knight of Pentacles. The Emperor. Shift this over just a little bit. Now this is interesting to me. We have the King of Swords, the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. I really find these 3 cards, the way they all had come out in your reading together like this. I'm really curious to see what this means and what Spirit says this means for you, group number 3. Alright, let's get started, you guys. Oops. These 2 are falling down. Ah. Okay. Okay, so first of all, the thing that really catches my attention within these cards is the way that we have the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the King of Swords, and them all being placed together. It feels like this, it's almost like this journey of metamorphosis within them, the transformation that has occurred within them from knowing you. I'm feeling for somebody within this pile. This is somebody that you previously knew and had been with, and this relationship had likely already come to a close for this particular insight. I'm feeling like this probably might have been a painful ending. I'm really sensing that within the King of Swords, the Hunter, the Mountain, and the Winter. Even in endings and beginnings. I'm feeling like this person is probably very strongly independent. I feel like they might have this high guard up, or had this high guard up, and they may have been more defensive, and because of this they were really sharp with their words. I'm feeling with the King of Swords and the Hunter, as well as the Mountain. This is not going to be for everybody. This is only going to be for some, possibly. They might be an earth sign or embody a lot of earth-like qualities about them. They might be somebody who is somewhat of a workaholic. They like to be like this provider energy, and this doesn't have to be like male or female. This is just the energy of this person. But I'm feeling strong male energy as I say this, masculine energy. Yeah, I feel like this person has a lot of hurt buried deep inside them, and I feel like it was like a stab in the chest, and I'm feeling a strong sense of survival energy. Maybe you helped them in the lesson of learning how to survive on their own 2 feet somehow within the relationship you had or have with them. I feel like you're probably somebody who helped nurture them when they were having really bad days. Yeah, like you are the water energy that soothes this mountain, this giant rock. What else am I seeing here? This was somebody who really wanted to grow and build with you. They felt possibly like the king of their own throne or queen. Maybe it's even like that it was an issue they had about needing to learn about control over other people. And this doesn't have to be for everybody. It's just what I'm seeing right now for somebody watching this within this connection. I'm feeling like there's somebody who felt like they, kind of like pile number 1 in the sense like they felt like they needed control. And there might be part of them that still does, but the way things abruptly ended, possibly, it's like they no longer had a control, and this loss of control really broke their heart. Because they were trying to build this strong, steady foundation with you. They may have been viewing you in a different way than you viewed them. What's really standing out to me in these cards is the water at the Emperor's feet. I keep hearing strong foundation, so maybe that might even be part of what their souls learned about you, building a strong, steady foundation, survival, maybe even temperance, just like the temperance card. Like smoothing out the edges of the rock. Like a rock can be jagged or sharp, and I feel like the water, you're the water, and it's like you flowed through them, and it was a lot of balance within this, like a balance of personalities. It's like they felt like they were on top of their throne with you, and they really wanted to build a life with you, or they want to. But I feel like for some reason they lost you. For some, this is not all, this is just for somebody watching this. It's like they kept chasing. Maybe part of this is the lesson of persevering, or kind of like group number two, excuse me, kind of like group number one in letting go of, okay, this is what I'm hearing, letting go of the way they think things ought to be, the way they think things should have been. Maybe it's like not seeing the outcome the way they wanted it. It was like a dagger to the chest. For some, I'm feeling like this is just one message for somebody watching this. It's like they feel really heartbroken, and yeah, they're kind of, it's like they're lost in heartbreak, maybe possibly right now, in a darker place. Maybe they relied too much on you to help bring this balance to their life, as if you were an addition to themselves in a way. Like they expected you maybe to take some of the words that were sharp, and you are more free. I'm feeling like the strong dove energy right now. I'm seeing it in my mind's eye. That you're more free. You broke free. And maybe you flew free from them. For some reason you left, and they never really got over that heartbreak in a way, not fully. And maybe that put them in a darker spot. But the way I'm seeing the swords and the King of Swords card is like they had to learn, or they're having to learn how to put the weapon down. Maybe it's about, I'm feeling like this is probably about learning to lay down the defense, not have to be so defensive, not needing to do. Also, I'm also hearing for some of you, a different person, or maybe the same person, like they don't have to do everything all on their own too. Like maybe they feel like it was on them to do everything or be the provider, and maybe they had somewhat of a controlling streak about them too. And I feel maybe in time they learned or are learning to become more humble because of the relationship they had with you, the experiences that they had with you. And the way I feel that soul contracts work is before we are born into the physical world, to this body, we had made like these soul contracts, these soul agreements with people, with other souls, to help us learn a certain lesson, or help us release these certain soul lessons that may have been holding us back, that we didn't learn in a different life, or that our soul wanted to experience, or settle a certain karma with that individual. And this can be both good and bad situations that lead to this growth. You can have many soulmates who help this within you, many different kind of connections. But I'm feeling the strong attachment. It's like the strong need of control within this King of Swords energy, that they still try to have a grip over you. And it's like that isn't necessarily returned back in a way, almost. Feeling like they had this plan of maybe they wanted to grow old with you. For some of you who are watching this, within the lineup of these three cards, they had their own set intentions of where things were going. They're still looking to the future. They really wanted to grow old with you. I'm feeling within the Queen of Wands. I feel like maybe they saw how their grandparents or their parents or someone in their family, like how they were brought up a certain way, and maybe that's the life that they want in store for themselves. And I feel like that's something they may still be learning about, the lesson of expectations, and maybe letting go of some of those expectations, and letting go of some of that control. This is somebody who's probably very ambitious, I'm feeling, within these two cards. Or maybe even for others, this is starting to shift a bit. For others of you, I'm feeling like maybe you helped them be more future oriented. Yes, 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 yes. So this is switching to a different perspective here. For others of you, within this connection, is that maybe you helped them see things more future oriented, to want this kind of life with somebody. Yeah, you brought them to a new phase of their life. Maybe you're the one who helped them grow up too, in a way. Or maybe like you're the person that made them want to settle down and have a more steady, solid, stable life. And I feel like you've helped them grow up and mature. A strong sense of maturity, the strong sense of stability, strength, learning survival too. For like, this is going for multiple people, which is different than the first set that I got from here. Like, for some, this relationship had ended and it didn't work out, and this person might have some issues with letting go, and they might be wallowing in some sadness, I'm feeling. But for others of you, I'm feeling like you really helped them close an old chapter to their life and help them be more mature and lay down a solid foundation and want to do that. I feel like you brought them to this next phase of their life, and you might be the person who you might put them at ease. Again, this person might feel like they're really rough around the edges, and being around you is like the water that softens that and soothes and helps keep them in balance. And I feel like for those of you, for this pathway in this reading, I feel like they may be like, you two might be complementary opposites. And you're building a strong, steady foundation, and they're really learning about embracing another person outside of themselves. This is somebody who had, through the course of their life, had troubles letting their walls down. Yes, definitely. I'm strongly feeling like that. And maybe sometimes their words can be blunt or sharp or brutally honest. They may be somebody who is quick to end things. And this might not be necessarily with you. This is just the energy I'm picking up from this person. But I'm feeling like there's strong, steady foundation. Letting someone in. I feel like you're someone that is helping them, or has helped them, be able to let other people in. And it's like some of their high stone walls are, it's like they're cracking and the water's coming through, and this might be a little uncomfortable for them at times. And I feel like there's a strong balance that they feel with you within the King of Swords and the Queen of Cups, and also the Temperance. It's like earth paired with water. Again, keep hearing strong, steady foundation. Letting their guard down Maybe in the past, again, I feel like this person, whichever pathway this may split off for you, whether this is past or present, whether this was somebody who suffered from a loss of you and may have left them feeling heartbroken, or whether this is more of the complementary opposites coming together. And it's like rock, earth, and water, and it's mixed together, making this mud. But I'm feeling like they may have had their guard up all the time, and this caused them to be more defensive or skeptical of other people. And I feel like you're somebody that really brought this sense of balance, this comfort, slowly being able to open themselves up to you and wanting to build this strong, steady foundation, and letting somebody else in to their heart. Yes, and also a lesson of vulnerability, because I feel like somebody within this, the person that they're with, was not comfortable with being vulnerable, and it's like they're slowly but surely opening up, and it's like they're slowly letting the water pour through or go in the cracks. Slowly but surely. Again, very slowly but surely. And it's like, it's because this person has a world of hurt that these walls have been built from. And it's not easy for them to let their guard down, and they might always be on alert because of this. And they may also be like, that strong, steady foundation for you. Like, for some, this is a karmic relationship. For the other half, I'm feeling like this is either like a very complementary opposite pair, somebody that builds and has a life together, or even like twin flames coming together. Just depending on what path of this resonates with you. And again, take what resonates with you and discard what does not. Yeah, you're helping. I'm feeling helping is a very strong word to say instead of helped right now, at this part of the reading. But you help them put down the swords, and even though it's really hard, and be able to let somebody in. And maybe that's a bit painful for them at first or right now, but it's a slow healing process of their heart, their walls coming down safely. And maybe you're like a safety net for this person to be able to do that, or were. Or maybe you're the person that helps them embrace more of the water energy, whereas they may be really earthy. They may be somebody that needs to take a break from working too. I'm picking up. I feel like you're somebody that's helped them have a more playful approach to life, and this doesn't come naturally to them. Maybe you help them see things in a more lighthearted way and not so serious, and not needing to be defensive. Alright, that's all I have for you, pile number 3. I hope that you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please be sure to give my video a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'd love to hear what you have to say. You can also click on the notification bell to stay up to date with any future content that I come out with. I hope you all have a wonderful day.